Welcome back to the Legacy Project podcast, where we talk about how your words can become a legacy that inspires and endures. I'm your host, Don Fessenden, joined by my co-host, Harper.
Hi, everyone. Don, today's episode is practical and inspiring at the same time. We're looking at how to write a call to action in your story. And I think this is one of the hardest things for people. They finish their story, but aren't sure how to guide their readers toward the next step.
You're right, Harper. A story without a call to action is like a journey without a destination. It might be moving, but it doesn't invite the listener or reader to do anything with what they've just felt. A call to action doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to open a door. A call to action is the bridge between your story and your audience's life. Think about it. You've just shared a story of transformation, resilience, or generosity. If you stop there, your audience might be inspired in the moment, but unsure how to channel that energy. A call to action says, here's what you can do with what you've just heard.
So it's not about telling people what to do, it's about giving them an invitation, a way to apply the story to their own lives.
Exactly. It's less about pushing and more about guiding. The best calls to action are simple, clear, and connected to your story. If your story was about forgiveness, your call to action might be, think of one person you've been holding a grudge against, and write them a letter you never have to send. If your story was about resilience, it might be, write down one time you bounced back from hardship, and remind yourself of that strength.
I love that those are small, doable steps. I think people shy away from calls to action because they think it has to be something huge, like change your whole life right now. But small steps actually work better because people can act immediately.
Right, a good call to action is actionable today, not someday. The tone of your call to action should match the tone of your story. If you've told a deeply reflective story, your call to action should be gentle and introspective. If your story was uplifting and energizing, your call to action can be bold and motivating.
That's a really good point. The call to action is part of the story's flow. It's not a tacked-on ending. It should feel like the natural next step.
Exactly. Think of it as the closing chord of a song. It should resonate in harmony with everything that came before it. Here's the bigger picture. Your story becomes part of your legacy when it sparks action in others. It's not just about preserving your past. It's about shaping someone else's present. A call to action is how you do that. It extends your story's influence beyond the page or the microphone.
So your legacy isn't just in what you lived, it's in what your story inspires others to live.
That's right, and that's the power of storytelling when it includes an invitation to act. So here's today's invitation, our own call to action. Think about the last story you wrote or told. Did you leave your audience with a clear step forward? If not, revisit it. Add one sentence that invites reflection, gratitude, or action. That one step could turn your story into someone else's turning point.
That's so good, Don. Because in the end, a call to action isn't about pressure. It's about empowerment. It's a way of saying, you have the power to take this story and make it part of your own.
Exactly, and for those of you who want to explore this more deeply, you'll find guidance in my book, The Legacy Project, A Guide to Sharing Your Story. It's full of prompts to help you not only write your stories, but also shape them into legacies that inspire action.
This is the Legacy Project podcast. Keep writing, keep sharing, and as always, keep leaving your mark.